Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be tackling Celina real estate.
Oh, yeah.
If you're listening to this, you're probably thinking about selling your house
Makes sense, right?
because Celina is like one of the fastest growing cities in Texas.
Yeah. It's nuts.
26.6% population jump in just a year.
It's crazy.
So that means that we've got a red-hot housing market.
It is.
But, as anybody who's ever sold a house knows, that traditional route can be a little stressful.
It can be a real pain.
So
Yeah.
we want to talk about maybe some shortcuts today.
Yeah, let's get into it.
We think one of the best shortcuts out there is selling your home for cash.
It's so much easier.
And we here at Sell That House to Me, we could help you do exactly that.
Yeah, that's right.
We buy homes in Celina, as is for cash, and we take all the hassle and headache out of the equation for you.
Yeah, we try to make it as simple as possible.
So if you're interested in finding out more about that, you can go to sellthathousetomo.com to get a fast and fair cash offer on your home.
It's a great place to start.
Okay, well, I want to bring in our expert today to kind of give us some insights into, this very unique real estate landscape that we're seeing in Celina.
Yeah, absolutely. So Celina is really interesting right now because it's attracting a very specific demographic. It's attracting families.
Yeah.
And we're seeing this reflected in the popularity of like master plan communities, like light farms, with their emphasis on schools and parks and that real family-friendly vibe.
Yeah.
And, this influx of families is really what's creating this unique dynamic in the real estate market.
Right, because everyone wants in on that action.
Exactly.
But then, that creates a lot of competition for buyers and sellers.
For everybody.
For everybody.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with a lot of pressure to move quickly. You got to find the right buyer.
Yeah.
And make sure you don't leave any money on the table.
Exactly. And that's where the traditional process can be really tough. It can feel like a minefield.
Yeah.
We're seeing average listing times of like 60 to 90 days in Celina.
Oh, wow.
Which, might not sound like a lot, but in a market that's changing as rapidly as this one,
Yeah.
that's an eternity.
That's forever.
And then you have to think about the staging and the showings and the paperwork.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if you're also juggling work and kids and all the other joys of life.
Yeah, all the other stuff that comes with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and especially in a booming town like Celina, you've got a lot going on.
For sure.
Okay, so we painted this pretty, challenging picture.
Yeah.
What if there was a way to sort of bypass all that stress and uncertainty?
Well, there is.
Okay.
And it's simpler than you might think, selling your home for cash.
Yeah.
It's a great option.
And we know what you might be thinking right now.
Yeah.
Cash offer sounds too good to be true.
I know it does sound that way, but
Right.
it's not.
But that's what we do at Sell That House to Me.
Yeah, we do it all the time.
We buy homes as for cash.
Yeah.
We take the hassle out of the equation for you.
We really try to.
And our team carefully evaluates every property. We take into account the neighborhood, recent comparable sales, and, of course, the overall Celina market trends.
Right.
We're talking areas like Carter Ranch Light Farms, Owensby Farms, Sutton Fields, Bluewood, even downtown Celina.
Yep. We know the market.
We know this market like the back of our hand.
Absolutely.
And, we believe in transparency.
Okay.
So if you go to sellthathousetomo.com, you can actually see examples of homes that we've bought in Celina.
Yeah, it's a great resource.
And you can really get a feel for our process.
Absolutely.
But one of the biggest advantages that we see with a cash sale is really the speed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, we can make you an offer within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Close in as little as a week.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Think about that.
I know.
And the time it takes to get pre-approved for a traditional mortgage,
Yeah.
you could already have a check in your hand.
Seriously.
So
They're that fast.
Yeah, and that speed can be a lifesaver in certain situations.
Right.
We've worked with families who needed to relocate for work,
Yeah.
folks facing foreclosure, people who just needed to sell an inherited property quickly.
It happens all the time.
A cash offer gives you the flexibility to move on your own terms
Right.
without being held hostage by that traditional market timeline.
Exactly.
And here's where it gets really interesting for anyone in Celina who's been watching property values climb.
Okay.
You mentioned those 60 to 90-day listing times.
Yeah.
Imagine you list your house, you get an offer, and then boom, the market dips.
Yeah, that's the risk.
Suddenly you're stuck closing for less than you might have gotten a few weeks earlier.
It's a gamble.
So that's the risk you take. You know exactly what you're getting, and you can plan your next move with confidence.
Exactly.
So it's not just about speed, it's about control.
Right.
And let's be honest, control can feel pretty elusive in the whirlwind of a real estate transaction.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And, when you're dealing with something as important as your home, that sense of control could be priceless.
Absolutely. It's peace of mind.
We were talking about how a cash offer can give you more control,
Uh-huh.
when the market is going up and down.
Right.
But let's talk about what makes Celina's market so unique right now.
Yeah, it's not just growth.
Yeah.
There are a few things happening that make it different from other booming areas.
Okay.
First, the growth is really fueled by families seeking a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like those master plan communities we mentioned, they're not just selling houses, they're
Yeah.
selling a vision.
Yeah, a whole vision of family life.
Yeah, exactly.
And, that vision comes with a pretty hefty price tag. I've been hearing about bidding wars in these communities, like light farms and stuff,
Yeah.
where people are going above asking price just to get in.
It's true.
Yeah.
Inventory is still really low compared to the demand.
Okay.
So that, of course, is going to drive up prices.
Right.
And it treats the sense of urgency.
Yeah, so if you're selling in that kind of environment, you're taking a big gamble.
You really are.
Yeah.
It's like a high-stakes poker game.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so we've got families moving in,
right.
low inventory, rising prices.
Yeah.
So what does that actually mean for somebody who's thinking of selling their home?
Okay, so if you're thinking about selling the traditional way,
Uh-huh.
you need to be prepared for a long and stressful process.
Okay.
You might have to stage your house perfectly.
Yeah.
Juggle all those showings,
Mhm.
field offers that are contingent upon all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah, financing appraisals, all that.
Exactly. And in a market like this where things are changing constantly,
Yeah.
any of those factors could really delay your closing or,
Yeah.
even cause the deal to just fall through.
Completely fall apart.
Yeah, and that's the kind of uncertainty that can really keep you up at night,
Oh, for sure.
especially if you're excited about your next chapter.
Right.
But the thought of going through all of that,
Yeah.
it's just a roadblock.
Yeah.
And that's where, a cash offer can be so amazing. Like if you work with a company sell that house to me,
Uh-huh.
you eliminate all that uncertainty.
You just take it away.
We buy your house, as is no repairs, no appraisals,
Easy peasy.
no waiting for financing.
Yeah.
We make it so easy.
So it's like pressing the easy button
Seriously.
on your home sale.
Yeah.
And that ease, it can be really valuable
Oh, yeah.
when you think about all the demands on your time
Especially in Celina.
and your energy.
Right.
And, we've talked a lot about the financial benefits,
Uh-huh.
but what about the emotional aspect of selling a home?
Yeah. It's such a big deal.
It can be a very personal experience.
Yes.
Sometimes even bittersweet.
Yeah.
For some folks, this is the home they raised their family in.
Right.
This is where they celebrated all their milestones,
Ugh.
weathered the storms.
And letting go of that is tough.
Yeah, letting go of that is tough,
It is.
regardless of what the market's doing.
Yeah.
And, if you're already dealing with a stressful situation,
Uh-huh.
like a job relocation or a family illness,
Oh, yeah.
the thought of going through a traditional sale
Oh.
is just overwhelming.
It's too much.
And, we've worked with families who were just exhausted by the idea of keeping their house spotless for showings,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with agents and all the calls
Yeah.
and just the
And
negotiations.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's a lot.
It's just an added layer of stress
It is.
to an already challenging time.
Yeah. So that's where the simplicity of a cash sale is just so nice. It's not even just about the speed or the money.
Yeah.
It's about taking that weight off your shoulders,
Right.
simplifying everything,
Uh-huh.
giving you the space to focus on what really matters.
Yes, you're choosing the path of least resistance,
Exactly.
which can be really freeing
It is.
when you're going through a big life change.
Yeah. And, it opens up possibilities, too.
Okay.
We've had clients who use the money from the cash sale
Huh?
to, chase a dream
Oh, wow.
they'd been putting off,
Okay.
starting a business or traveling,
Cool.
Yeah.
Other folks have used it to downsize,
Uh-huh.
move closer to family, or just invest.
Right.
The point is, a cash sale gives you options,
It does.
and that can be so empowering,
It is.
especially in a town like Celina, where it feels like opportunity is everywhere you turn.
Right.
It really can unlock that next chapter for you.
It can.
So imagine selling your house quickly,
Yeah.
getting that fair cash offer,
Yeah.
and suddenly you're free
You can do whatever you want.
to pursue whatever adventure is waiting for you.
It's amazing.
Maybe it's building your dream home,
Yeah. In light farms.
in light farms.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a cozy little cottage in downtown Celina.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just want to simplify
right.
and see what Celina has to offer.
Explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, a cash sale can help you get there.
It can.
Faster.
And with way less stress.
And with less stress.
It's a win-win.
So if you're listening to this and you're feeling that, like, pull,
that
tug,
that maybe it's time for a change.
Yeah.
Explore your options.
Do your research.
Yeah, do your research. Ask questions.
Ask a lot of questions.
And don't be afraid to think outside that traditional box.
You don't have to do it the old way.
Yeah, and if you're curious about a cash offer,
Uh-huh.
we're just a click away.
Easy peasy.
Go to sellthathouseandbox.com to get started.
Yeah, you can request a free, no-obligation cash offer.
And chat with our team.
Yeah, we're here to answer your questions.
Walk you through the process.
Yeah, and help you make the best decision for you.
That's sellthathousetome.com.
Yeah.
We believe everybody deserves a stress-free home sale.
Absolutely.
And we're really passionate about making that a reality for Celina homeowners.
That's what we do.
So we've talked a lot about, the practical stuff
Uh-huh.
and the financial advantages
Right.
of selling your house for cash.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and talk about the emotional side of things.
Yeah, it's important.
Because selling a home, it's a major life decision.
It is.
And there's so much tied to it.
Right.
Memories, emotions.
All of it.
For some people, it's the home they raised their family in, the place where they celebrated, all the milestones.
Yeah.
Weathered the storms of life.
Yeah, letting go is hard.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what the market's doing.
Right, it's still your home.
Yeah, and if you're already dealing with something stressful, like a job relocation,
Yeah.
family illness,
Oh, yeah.
the thought of going through a traditional sale
Uh-huh.
can be just too much.
It really can.
We've worked with families who were just exhausted
Yeah.
by the idea of keeping their house perfect
Uh-huh.
for showings
All the time.
and dealing with agents and the calls and all the negotiations. It's just
Yeah.
another layer of stress
Yeah.
on top of everything else.
Exactly. And that's where the simplicity of a cash sale is just so appealing.
Right.
It's not even just the speed or the money. It's about taking that weight off your shoulders,
Yeah.
simplifying the process,
Yeah.
and just giving yourself the space to focus on what really matters.
Yeah. And choosing that path of least resistance
Exactly.
can be really freeing,
It is.
especially during a big life transition.
Absolutely. And, it opens up possibilities.
Yeah.
We've had clients that have used the money from the cash sale
Uh-huh.
to pursue something they've always wanted to do.
Like what?
Start a business,
Oh, cool.
travel.
Yeah.
Some people downsize,
Yeah.
move closer to family,
Yeah.
or just invest,
Yeah.
The point is it gives you options.
Options.
Yeah, and that's empowering.
Yeah, it is.
And in a town like Celina, where there's so much opportunity,
Yeah, it feels like it's everywhere.
it can really be the key to that next chapter.
Yeah, unlock the next chapter.
Exactly. So imagine, you sell your house quickly,
Uh-huh.
you get a fair cash offer,
Yeah.
and boom, you're free.
You're free.
Do whatever you want.
You can go on that adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe you build that dream home in Light Farms. Or maybe you find a cute little cottage downtown.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just want to keep it simple and explore what Celina has to offer.
Yeah.
Whatever your vision is, a cash sale can help you get there. It can.
Faster and with way less stress.
Less stress.
Yeah.
That's the key.
For sure.
So if you're feeling that pull,
Uh-huh.
maybe it's time.
Yeah.
Explore those options.
Do your research.
Ask the questions.
Ask all the questions.
And don't be afraid to think outside that traditional box.
That's right.
And if you are curious about a cash offer,
Yep.
we are a click away.
Easy peasy.
Just head to sellthathousetone.com.
Yeah, you can request a free, no-obligation cash offer.
Chat with our team.
Yeah, we're here to answer all your questions.
Walk you through it.
Help you make the best decision for you.
That's sellthathousetome.com.
That's us.
We believe that everyone deserves a stress-free home sale,
Absolutely.
and we are really passionate about making that a reality for Celina homeowners.
It's what we do.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Celina real estate.
Yeah, this was fun.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Hope it was helpful. And, whether you choose to sell traditionally or go the cash route,
Yeah.
we wish you all the best
Good luck out there.
in your next chapter.
You got this.
Happy selling.
Happy selling.